Hey guys, be sure to like me on Facebook and follow me on Instagram for extra content you won't see here. Click the links in the description below.
Hey, what's up guys, Eero94 back again here with another action figure review. Today we are going to look at the 1/12 scale collectible Suit Up Gantry by a company named 2GOODCO or 2GOOD Company. This is a Chinese company from my understanding, meant for any 1/12 scale Iron Man figure, so this immediately caught my interest and I had to get it because there isn't any Suit Up Gantries in this scale in existence at all that I know of, at least to this quality. So we're going to take a look at it. Here's the front of the box. Nothing too special. As you see, there's no branding, there's no name, there's no marble. They can't use all that, so nothing special. The side of the box, the back of the box is all blank anyway, so nothing to see there. So let's just move on to the actual gantry. Assembly required here. It all comes apart, so you do have to put it together. Now the instructions aren't the best. It comes with just a sheet of paper with pictures and you just kind of gotta figure it out. So this might take me a sec, but when you see me again, it'll be all put together. Alright, so that was a bit of a nightmare to put together. Took me about 15 to 20 minutes. The instructions it comes with isn't the best at all. You just gotta kind of figure it out and see what pieces fit where. I actually had to Google the picture of this. The listing they have for sale up on eBay, which is where I got this from in case you guys were curious. You can find this on eBay for around $130, so it's not cheap, but I'm going to tell you why in a second. It's a very nice piece, first and foremost. But anyways, I had to look at that as a reference to put this thing together because the paper instructions that it comes with really doesn't explain it the easiest way. But anyways, this is it put together. It's very complex, but it's very nice. It's almost like a miniature version of the Hot Toys version. I think that's probably what they based it on, and it's fantastic considering it's coming from a third-party company. You know, it definitely is great. It's not cheaped out. They actually painted it very nicely. The detail, the sculpt, and just the points of articulation that the gantry has is pretty amazing, and it even comes with light up features. Unfortunately, it does not come with batteries included though. We can take a closer look at the gantry and all the detail and sculpt overall on this piece here. So just taking a look on the left side, you can see they actually shaded in almost every part that they could shade. We have some metallic parts here, a lot of pistons and stuff like that it actually uses to actually articulate the gantry as if it was the real thing. This piece back here in particular is the piece that grabs onto the helmet of Iron Man here, so each point here is actually articulated on the fingers, if you want to say. It's all articulated, each one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers on here that can both hinge at 2 points. Then we got this bottom piece here that also hinges there. We got another hinge here and then another one there and then one more here. I mean, every point that they could have thought of articulating it, they really did. They didn't really cut any corners, which is nice to know. Now, not every piston is going to collapse in and articulate, but there are several, like this one up here. When you articulate this entire piece up, you can see it going in and then it stretches out as you move this piece here. So pretty much everywhere you see a bend, it can articulate. So up here, you can see that everything works together. So all of this here and then this piece here, so far as I can see, all the joints are very, very tight, which is nice to know. Here also, and then we can also get a swivel here, super tight. These actually don't collapse in. It looks like you can hinge these out. I'm sure you can if you were to break it, but there's no need. It's not meant to bend or anything. So this is the back piece, the one that goes back here, and this is the only piece I found aside from the base itself that is a little loose. When you plug it into the base, you plug it in to the big peg and it's a little loose on there. I think I'm gonna go ahead and glue this because it doesn't need to rotate. It doesn't rotate at all there. It needs to stay there, and it really annoys me that it's super loose. It kind of messes up the display sometimes because you can have it displayed normally and it could be wobbling to the side like this, So you can see how loose that is. But for some reason, only that piece does that. These over here are super tight. When you plug these in, these are very hard to take out. So I actually don't even recommend you taking it out because you might break it. But these are super tight. Everything else is super tight. I really don't understand why this piece is just so loose. They didn't really tighten that one up. But that's it. Going back to the other pieces of the gantry here, you can see everything is articulated, so this will stretch out on both sides here. Now you want to be careful with the little, I'm going to call them fingers on this piece here. They are not meant to hinge. Now one of them was already kind of like hinging, and I thought they were meant to hinge, and it's actually snapped. So you see this here, very hard to see, but it's moving. It's because they just snapped. Now it's not meant to hinge. These don't hinge, nor do you really need them to hinge, but just be very careful, because if you think they hinge and you try to hinge it, it will snap. So far it hasn't fallen off, so I think I'm okay. Maybe I might glue it. But keep in mind, there's a lot of small pieces here. Even though it seems like it's a very good quality, a lot of small pieces of plastic will snap on any type of figure. So keep that in mind. There's a lot of small pieces that are held by very small amounts of plastic that can easily snap, just like that. Now, going back to the features of this thing, as you see, it goes in and out. This will swivel up here. I don't see any other type of articulation up here now. Going down to the arm, let's move this up a little bit. This will hinge forward and back. You can see everything working together there, and it will swivel at the base. Even though you plugged it in, there is another swivel there. It can actually hinge down here too. So lots of movement. You can get this position to any position that you probably want. If you want it wider out, if you want it closer in, taller. The shortest it can go is about that high, which is fine. And then the same goes for the other arm over here. You can see the back piece is wobbling right now as we speak. Let's take that out. Now, in the middle, we have these two pieces. I assume these two pieces control or, assemble or disassemble Iron Man's armor from the chest or the waist and the back side. So these two are the same. These don't go up or down. I thought they did. I tried to move it up and down. It did not want to move on mine, so I assume they don't move. I don't want to force it. These are also very, very tight at the base. So again, going back to this, I don't know why they allowed this to be so loose. So that's not going anywhere. These will hinge here. You can see another arm here, which this one's a little loose, but that moves around too. That hinges, goes back up. It'll hinge up here if it will let me right now. No, I guess it's not. I guess that one doesn't hinge. This one will up here, and then this little claw does hinge too. And then the same thing is for the arm back here. So it's both the same pieces, just one on the front and then one on the back. Going down to the bottom, we have these arms here, which is 4 for the legs. Of course, they're all the same piece. They will all hinge let's see, it looks like we have 2 points on the arm here, and that's it. Yeah, so it'll go down like that, and then it'll go back up, and you can bend it however you would like. You probably won't want to bend it like that anyways, because the leg's just straight there, so you're probably just gonna have it like that. But let's zoom in just a little bit here and take a closer look at that, so you see how that works. Then we got this floor panel. This is one for each foot. Of course, you actually have the option to either do that or to use this one right here, which is just one big panel for the feet. I went with the separate feet panels here instead of the one whole one. But I think you can choose whichever one you prefer. These pieces here, as you saw in the beginning of the video, when I took it all out of the box, it was all flat. Very easy to do, actually. You would think that they would just stretch out and then stretch back in, but they don't. You actually you'll see these holes here, these little rectangle squares, and that's actually where it used to be. So all you do is move it back one. So you see one here, and then the one that it's inside right now. You put it here when you want to make it look like it's opening up, and then you put it here is when you want to close it all up and make it all flat. So pretty much with each piece you see, you just move it forward one peg hole. You'll see the holes around there. So that I figured out on my own. Again, the instructions didn't really give us a good look at that. Here's a closer look at the the inside of the floor panel, I guess you can say. And the LED lights, we have one up here. Let's see if I can show it here. There goes one piece. So as you see, they're all separate pieces. They don't attach to anything. You just move it. You know, you just place it in a peg hole. So this was the original peg hole, and this is the new one when you want to have it extended out. Anyways, the lights are right here. You see 2 LEDs right here, and then there was another set from what I saw. I thought I saw another one. Okay, so there's actually 4 more, and they're very hidden here. So we have the 2 that are showing that I just showed you here, and then we have one underneath here, one underneath here, and then another set underneath these. So when it's all lit up, you can kind of see just the light coming from the bottom, which will make it look very nice, especially if it's a little dark in the room. I'm gonna have to go get some batteries. Hopefully I can show it off in this video, because I really do want to light it up and see how it looks. But I'm gonna have to run to the store and get these batteries, because these batteries are the little small ones. I think it needs 3, and I don't have any of those. But yeah, very interesting to see how that will look all lit up. So let's get Iron Man in here and check it out with that. Alright, so this is pretty much what you're looking for once you put an Iron Man figure in here. So currently I have the SH Figuarts Mark IV Iron Man. This is the one that came with the extra Tony Stark unmasked head. The only one that came with one. So it's only right that I use this figure here. So he does come with one with sunglasses, but also one without the sunglasses. So I think this looks good. Again, going back to the very fragileness of this piece, the pieces I told you that were not able to hinge, that I snapped one, it actually officially fell off. So again, super fragile, super careful on this thing. You know, it'll break if you are too rough with it. You know, a lot of small plastic pieces, a lot. Anyways, it looks great overall. You know, considering that we're probably never gonna get this piece officially by SH Figuarts or any 6-inch line. I don't see it coming, but you know, who knows? This is actually very impressive. This is another good one to use, is the Tony Stark SH Figuarts one that we first got from the Iron Man 3 movie, since this one is him in his Stark suit, his normal suit, with pieces of the armor being attached on. I think this is a good figure to use for this Gantry too. So you can see he's got the gauntlets being put on, the boots getting put on, and the helmet's back there. So everything's slowly getting put on or put off, whichever you want to you know, pretend that's happening here. But another good figure that will work just fine with this Gantry. And here we have the Mezco 112 Collective Iron Man. So it also works with him, even though this is a little bit of a bigger scale than SH Figuarts. It still works with this figure here. So it looks good. I think that looks good. This one's a little more different, since the only feature we got on this figure was the faceplate coming off. So it a little harder to get the faceplate onto the back piece here. It just lays there. It's not like it's grabbing the entire helmet or anything. So there's that. So any other figure, I guess, that has a Iron Man without a unmasked head, you're just gonna have to put him on the Gantry all put together, you know, like as if he just got there or he just finished putting his armor. And then here is the Marvel Legends Mark VII armor from the Marvel Studios 10th anniversary. This is a little bit of a mix and match. I took the head from the Battle Damage Iron Man from the 3-pack, I think it was, with Tom Holland, Spider-Man inside of it, and another figure I can't remember. But that head with this Mark VII, which didn't come with an unmasked head, so this kind of works too if you want to do that. And you have it scaling very well. So I mean, anything in the realm of 6 inches, so Figuarts, Mezco, Marvel Legends, it's all gonna fit well with the Gantry. I mean, the Gantry articulates enough where it can lower itself, and you know, it goes a little higher for any other scale that's a little bit bigger. But anything bigger than that, I think if it gets to 8 inches or up, I think it's just a little too out of scale. Alright, so I went ahead and stopped the video. I ran to my store, my local Walmart, grabbed batteries for this thing, and I put it in here because I wanted to show it in the video. So here goes. There's a switch on the side, and you just flip it on. You can see the light just went on, and you can kind of see where they are underneath here. The 2 main ones up here on the top, and then there's 2 more underneath the you know, the ramps here. So very subtle, but it's nice. You know, it gives it that more of a, you know, cinematic look to it, more accuracy to the movie. And as you can see, I put the SH Figuarts Hall of Armor behind it to make it that much more authentic for me, so looks good. By the way, these are the batteries it needs. I think they're called 357. That's the number of the size. So that's the one you need. They're bigger than the, if you guys own any Mezcos, these circular ones, they're not this size. I thought they were going to be this size. They're actually bigger than that, so you can see there. So it's bigger than the Mezco batteries for sure, and these are fairly expensive, about $6 after tax just for these 3 batteries, and that's what it needs. It needs 3 in there. Alright guys, thanks for joining me on this video review of the Iron Man 112 Suit Up Gantry from 2GOODCO. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and as always, have a great day. Bye.